He is one of Europe's best. I think that's not even debatable. It's not. There's no arguments to be had there. You know, I know a lot of people. Well, I say a lot of people. I think online. I think you see a lot of this online where they're, oh, but he hasn't done this, and oh, but he hasn't done that, and oh, but he's limping, and oh, but where's his goals, and all of this stuff. But I think when you actually watch the game and you see what he's doing, game in, game out, it's immeasurable for Arsenal.
Big news. Bukayo Saka is going to extend his contract at Arsenal for another, I think it's another 5 years. Another 5 years, yeah? Oh, this is massive. New contract for Saka is amazing, yeah? Because regardless of what anyone says, he is definitely Arsenal's marquee player. He's our franchise player. That's just what he is. Bukayo Saka, he's a brand, yeah? And he's also a really good footballer. And I just think that this type of deal that he's rumoured to be getting, I think it reflects, I guess, all of the, hard graft that he's put in, yeah, over the years at Arsenal. All of the carrying that he's done for Arsenal. He's basically, for a large period of time, he carried us on his back. I know a lot of people will say, oh, but what did you win? That's fine. But getting us back to a point where we're now attracting the best players. We're now challenging for the best honours. We weren't doing that for a long time. And there was a long time where, Saka had to, where he was a little 18, 19-year-old little boy. And we was looking at him like, you got to help us. You got to be the one that kind of carries. We was all looking at him. And he always delivered. And I feel like for a large majority of his career at Arsenal so far, he suffered from not having, I guess, too many other marquee players around him. Too many other players around him that are on the same wavelength, that are on the same vibe, that have the same sort of, I guess, heart for Arsenal. But we have that now. So now, you get me, we're at a point now where the pressure is a bit less. So he should be able to thrive more, because we're not just relying on him now. Which I think is something that, maybe some players relish in that. But maybe some players like to know that, if I'm having a bad day, there's someone else that can carry the Arsenal for me. You know what I'm saying? And we now have that. And other players in the camp now, they'll be looking at it like, Arsenal, we was able to secure Saka to a 5-year deal. Okay, the project is still going in a good direction. And I think that speaks a lot, especially to outside players as well. Like when we get to, this window now, whether we'll do some activity, we'll find out. But the summer, a lot of players will look at it and be like, not only have Arsenal won things, they've managed to keep their star players in the squad, in the club for another 5 years. So it's looking very appealing at the moment to come to Arsenal. So look, yeah, before start talking a bit more about it, obviously you lot know, new channel, just hit the like button, subscribe if you can. Do you know what I mean? It really does help out the channel, especially early on when you do these kind of things. Do you get me? If I can get to 100 subscribers as quickly as possible, that's great. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible, that's great. But, I have another channel, so I know the graft, I know how hard it can be. And if you guys can support along the way, it would be much appreciated. So, look, this is here from David Ornstein, yeah? Exclusive. Bukayo Saka agrees new plus improved 5-year contract at Arsenal. 24-year-old England international, currently at AFC until June 2027. Fresh terms to summer 2031. In process of being finalised. Deal to recognise wingers standing among Europe's best. He is one of Europe's best. I think that's not even debatable. It's not. There's no arguments to be had there. I know a lot of people. I say a lot of people. I think online. I think you see a lot of this online where they're, but he hasn't done this, and but he hasn't done that, and but he's limping, and but where's his goals, and all of this stuff. But I think when you actually watch the game and you see what he's doing, game in, game out, it's immeasurable for Arsenal. The amount of chances he creates is crazy. It's not his fault that there's not always someone to put it in the back of the net. That's not his fault. You know, he does a lot of... For example, if you look at the Liverpool game, for that first half, he was absolutely destroying Kirkes. It's just a shame that we just couldn't put it in the back of the net, and that happens in football. Like, you'll see Saka beat one guy, you get me, out-muscle the other guy, find a way through, slip in, he'll take the shot, damn, just missed. Or he'll pass it on, he'll move, expect the play to still move forward, but the play's gone a different way now. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's scenarios that happen in a football game that means that he can't be as effective as, I guess, a lot of rivals proclaim that he should be. But I don't think there's anyone in Arsenal that's been more effective than Saka over the last 5 years. There hasn't been one. There actually hasn't been one. So I think when we look at Saka, yeah, we have to understand, yeah, he's first and foremost, he's one of our own. He came through the academy. I've got a love for Saka, yeah, that I can't have for other players. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I've seen him grow up. Like, I've watched his growth. Do you know what I mean? Like, I used to watch a lot of the Young G games. Just call them Young G games, innit? So I've seen him about. Do you get it? And then obviously, I then watch him come into the first team, and I watch him, okay, left back. All right, cool, raw. Who's this kid? Cool. And then I then see it, raw. Okay, he's now moving further up the field, and he cemented himself as the right winger. Okay. He's looking nice on the right. What? England. Right, he cemented himself as England. Like, I've seen the growth. And then now, I know it's aside from football, but face of New Balance. Do you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, yeah, he's such a humble kid, bro. I can call him a kid because I'm like 10, 11 years older than him, innit? So, and obviously there's that element as well. I'm looking at him as like a young black boy as well, who's actually chased his dream. He's put the effort in, he's put the work in, and he's made it. He's an inspiration to so many people in the community, especially the young people. Like, I've said it before, yeah. The way when I was a kid, yeah, that I used to look at Thierry Henry, yeah, there's Arsenal fans, and do you know what? Probably non-Arsenal fans as well, that look at Saka in the same way that I used to look at Thierry Henry. Now, obviously, as level quality of player at the moment, there's a big gap, but who knows? Arsenal start winning trophies, he starts being a major kind of part of us winning trophies. Who knows? Give it another 5 to 8 years, he may get close to that level. But in the terms of like hero, like that hero element, there's therefore a lot of young people that are looking at him like, I want to be like Saka. He's just that good. Honestly, he's just that good of a player. And I'll be real, when it comes to decision making, you have to search far and wide to find someone better than Saka. I'll be so real. His game intelligence is off the Richter scale. Now look, yeah, I just wanna point this out, yeah, because I saw this article from Squawker, yeah. Since Mikel Arteta's first game in charge of Arsenal in December 2019, Bukayo Saka is the only player to create 300 plus chances and complete 300 plus take-ons in the Premier League. Only player. 382 chances created, 304 successful take-ons. Yeah? He's here to stay with the Chili Pepper. Yeah, Chili. Big up Chili. Aubameyang gave him that name. They also go on to say, Bukayo Saka in the Premier League since Mikel Arteta took charge. These are some of his stats here. 382 chances created, as we said. 304 successful take-ons, as they previously said. 165 shots on target, 70 big chances created, 57 goals, 47 assists. Involved in 104 goals in 204 Premier League games. He's just too nang. Those are some really good numbers. And the thing is, yeah, cool. there's a side of football where you look at the numbers, and then there's the side of football where you look with the eye, like you watch the game, you see what's happening. Yeah. Now, for me, Bukayo Saka, he well passes the when you watch the game. Yeah. Unless you're one of those guys that are, you're only good at football if you can do the rainbow flicks and the aerial flip flaps into bicycle kick. If you're that type of guy, okay, cool, whatever, in it, fine. But intelligence, decision making, build up, strength on the ball, ability to take on his man. He can go out wide. He can cut in. We've seen him improve his right foot, his left foot. Wicked. Penalties. Cold. Corner delivery. Cold. Like, the only thing that Bukayo Saka has to do now is win a major trophy with Arsenal. It's the only thing he has to do. And then I feel that's something that a lot of people across the globe will go, oh, do you know what, Fairs? Because I feel like, you know, the likes of, like, for me, there's only 2 people, yeah, on the right wing that have a shout for you saying they're better than Bukayo Saka. That's Mohamed Salah and that's Lamine Yamal. The only 2 people. Now with Mohamed Salah, he's coming to the end of his career. We've seen him fall off this season. Cool. With Lamine Yamal, amazing, insane talent. Crazy. But with him, okay, cool. Can you consistently do it over many, many seasons like Saka? Like, can you, every season, can you produce? But those are the only 2. A lot of people say Elise, but for me, Elise, yeah, I mean, maybe on the eye, the dribbling, okay, cool, maybe he's a bit better. But outside of that, like, it's gotta say, if you was to put Bukayo Saka into Bayern Munich, like, if Bayern Munich signed the Bukayo Saka over Michael Elise, but they not only would they have won the Bundesliga, which they win anyway, they probably would have won their cup, the domestic cup every season with him being there, and they probably win the Champions League. What, Harry Kane and Bukayo Saka in Bayern Munich with all the other players that they have, by the way, killed it. So look, people, I think this is epic news for Arsenal. I think this is what we've been waiting for, innit? Now, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. How big of a statement do you think this is? Him committing to Arsenal for another 5 years. We have him for his prime now. We're in control of that. Big up Berta for getting this over the line. Big up Arteta for getting this over the line, because I know that Bukayo Saka has a very good relationship with Arteta, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's decided to stay. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.